consequently, you see, our people, we are like Pavlovian dogs, and we have to face it, where we let another people associate through music and through this and through that, various symbols, such that all they have to do is hold them up and manipulate us, and that which they have created inside of us responds to these symbols, and we cannot escape their influence. So consequently, we cannot exercise voluntary control over our emotion and over our behavior. And there are so many ways you can hypnotize people. One of the ways, of course, you can hypnotize them is through authority, right? Yeah, see, you read hypnotism books and they tell you just, some people you can hypnotize just by literally commanding them. If they respect your authority enough, they'll just go into a hypnotic trance. That's what I tell my people in my class all the time. I tell you something you don't want them to have believe it. White man came in here and told you, you take it all in. The very people who lied to you most are the people you're the quickest to believe. Hypnotism. In fact, you won't believe it until what? Until they say it. Until you see some proof or some white authority. Therefore, white skin itself becomes a symbol of authority in and of itself. An individual responds to it unconsciously and consciously. And therefore, anything connected with them gains the authority as well. So one of your colleagues go to a white college, you ready to believe it. You went to a black college? Well, I think about what you had to say. Oh, you got a degree from Harvard? Oh, all right, come in here and tell us anything you want to tell us. You know, and therefore the things that are connected, we respond to them. This is what we call in psychology generalization, right? You learn one thing, and if it's similar or related to that which you learned,
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Shouts out to my brother Oni in the building. Peace, my brother Anthony. What's going on, my brother? Glad to see you in the building. Shouts out to Cassandra, Realm in the Bush. I appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through. I appreciate that. And I guess I ain't gonna be on here long. If y'all do want to jump on here, if you do want to say something, you can hop on. But it's a couple things that I wanted to show. So I'm gonna get right into it. All right, let me see. Let me start here. First of all, I want to show this because they've been saying they're trying to put it on this girl, but they are, of course, talking, and I know that people have been talking about it for a while, but or certain people have been talking about it, how everything is going right now, you know what I'm saying? But now they're talking about raising the retirement age here.
The third rail that nobody wants to touch is the entitlement, Social Security, Medicare. How would you manage the entitlements to try to start getting our arms around soaring debt?
Yeah, what up, Matron?
Well, you've got multiple candidates on that stage that said they wouldn't touch entitlements, including Trump. And any candidate that says they're not going to touch entitlements means that they're basically going to go into office and then leave America bankrupt. Social Security is going to go bankrupt in 10 years. Medicare is going to go bankrupt in 8. So the way we deal with it is we don't touch anyone's retirement or anyone who's been promised in, but we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system, and we say the rules have changed. We changed retirement age to reflect life expectancy. Instead of cost of living increases, we do it based on inflation. We limit the benefits on the wealthy, and we expand Medicare Advantage plans.
What's the right age there then, Ambassador?
Well, I think we have to do the numbers. We've got to figure out what it is. But what we do know is 65 is way too low, and we need to increase that. We need to do it according to life expectancy.
And so you say y'all Negroes or y'all people.
What's the right age there?
Moving a little bit, so we need a little bit more labor out of you before you get took out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on, brother Bakari? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she's saying, yeah, we need a little bit more out of you. Now I could tell you this, I don't know if y'all look around like in the workforce, there's a lot of older brothers. And I don't know if you've noticed like the price of everything. People gotta work and everything right now to do everything. And I just be seeing brothers who be going hard for like their jobs and stuff. And I mean, I get it, people gotta pay bills and stuff, but then like I seen too many brothers do all of this stuff and then, have some kind of heart problem in their 50s and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And just die. And of course, like that company don't give a damn about them and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And with a lot of normal people, you know what I'm saying? I know people in my family, they wait on retirement, but they can't quite get there for whatever reason, you know. But
Now,
it's
look,
not
if we
just her.
raise the retirement age a few
it's all
years
of
for
them.
folks that are in their
All right.
30s and 40s, I have a son who's in the audience tonight who's 30 years old. If he can't adjust to a few-year increase in Social Security retirement age over the next 40 years, I got bigger problems with him than his Social Security payments. And the fact is, we need to be realistic about this. There are only three things that go into determining whether Social Security can be solvent or not: retirement age, eligibility for the program in general, and taxes. That's
now, I mean, they taking the hella taxes from us, hella taxes. But the thing is, like, hell, we don't know right now because they're talking about like, the people in their 30s, and I know that you may not want to think that, but you're going to be employed, let's just say employed by them until you're down. For the most of us who just as long as this remains as the way it goes, it is what it is. But now is going to be you're in the workforce, let's just call it workforce, so you can feel comfortable with that, you know what I'm saying? And not only is the price of every damn thing ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Like food, everything, like you go to the grocery store, everything that we talk about, everything that people know. And what I don't understand is how people wasn't getting mad at this before, like why, like how do you not even care that they're taking your tax money for this nonsense, But now I think people are whatever, but
it. We are already overtaxed in this country, and we should not raise those taxes.
All right,
Well, in their 20s.
So it's not just her saying it; it's all of them, Okay.
A lot of people talking.
Yeah, they do, Alicia. Haley did not say exactly what the retirement age should be, but did say 65 years old is too young. And whether or not you agree with her, right now funding for social.
And last I checked, like black men life expectancy is like 50 something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see this with way too many people that I know. You know what I'm saying? For you not to, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the way that it is. That's just the way that it goes, because that's how the system works, like, oh, these fools living a little bit too long,
Security is dwindling.
Do you ever think about retirement?
Yes, every day.
It's an inevitable part of life that more and more workers are hoping to be prepared for.
The idea of being prepared for retirement is certainly scary.
While younger generations stress over when and how they'll retire, the safety net provided to generations before them is slowly dwindling.
65 is way too low.
Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley says she has a solution.
So the way we deal with it is we don't touch anyone's retirement or anyone who's been promised in, but we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system and we say the rules have changed.
According to a recent report by the Social Security.
Yeah, Matron. And not only that, because I ain't even talk about the other part of it. Like how most of our jobs are going to be replaced by Maria and Vladimir from Ukraine and whatever Switz or whatever they Scheifler's names be. A lot of those jobs is going to go to the the workers who do it for way less, And like I said, I see it on the places that I even go to, like where I see a lot of Marias being hired for these positions. You know what I'm saying? And now, not only that, now it's gonna be like old heads stuck up at certain positions. You know.
Security Administration. Current funds will only be able to pay 100% of scheduled benefits for another 9
Yeah,
years.
probably not. But I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we look around, like this is not even new. They're just talking about it now. You know what I'm saying? Like 60, like what it is now. Like these brothers is old as hell. Like dude, blood sugar dropping and all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like that brother shit. Like, but. And not only that, right, is the price of everything. Nobody can really afford to live right now. So even if they are getting social security checks, it's not anything, and they have to still work to live to even afford the basic stuff, you know.
After that, payments will be lowered.
This whole
Yeah,
nature
she
of
definitely
50
not
years
going
and the gold watch and the pension is not really a thing anymore for most people.
Bankrate industry analyst Ted Rosman says at some point it is likely the retirement age will be pushed back in a way that's similar to what happened in the 80s. The retirement age went from 65 to 67, but it didn't take full effect for decades.
At some point, Social Security is going to run out of money in terms of birth rates have gone down, and at some point there's not going to be enough workers to support the older population.
While the most likely option, millennial workers like Laura Casey say keeping Americans in the workforce longer will only hurt those trying to save for retirement, a double-edged sword for an older generation and younger.
When people are working longer, we also get stuck in lower positions as well because people aren't moving through the workforce. It's happening across many levels and many industries, and so it becomes a like self-perpetuating cycle.
Now,
Who besides their presidents, who in the hell is going to be working at 72?
Right now, the retirement age for those born after 1960 is 67 years old. The average life expectancy in the U.S. is 77.
And Taylor, on average,
Mine probably be like 82 or something.
How much money do Americans earn on Social Security?
Yeah, Brian. So right now, the average annual Social Security benefits are around $20,000. It is important to note that these benefits are not meant to be a supplementary income. So it's not meant to actually live off of, although that is the case for many Americans.
Now, I wonder if they had taken all of mine out. I don't know.
Our industry analyst says due to high.
Now, all right, so I'm gonna play this right because I'm gonna wait for a second. All right, I don't want to play their channel, but like he said, y'all ain't gonna listen unless they tell you, right? And they telling you about a financial plan and things you could do about it, quote unquote.
Age could derail your financial plan and what to do about it. We've talked about this before. The Social Security Fund is set to run out of money by the end of 2033. One measure that could help keep the program afloat would be to raise the retirement age. And some experts think it could get pushed back to 70. So the first way that this could affect your financial plan is that claiming Social Security early will become even more costly.
Yep. So Social Security has kind of been the hot button item for several years now. The public knows there's problems. Government knows there are problems, but there has not been a solution. The administration keeps kicking the rock down the road. So there's a couple different ways to shore it up so we don't end up running out and we can maintain those benefits. One of them that kind of seems to be an easy go-to is raise the retirement age.
Right.
So if they were to do that, the way it works today is you can first draw at 62, but you take a reduction in benefits. So if they raise that age to 70 moving forward, the reduction would be even higher.
Mm-hmm.
So then that
also not being eligible for full retirement benefits.
Yeah, that's a big concern for people because there's going to be certain medical conditions, or as we see more and more often, forced layoffs. And so the question is, if I don't have the ability to receive the check from the government that I expected, but I also can't work, what am I going to do? Okay, where am I going to find that income?
I better go buy some damn canned goods now while you work.
Your savings earlier, which could lead to tax efficiencies and the greater likelihood that you're just going to run out.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna get taxed again for your savings, and you're gonna have to pay a penalty to get your money out of these things that you put your money into.
A lot of money.
So a lot of folks in this country have used 401ks to put up this nice balance. Okay. And then a lot of times they end up drawing on Social Security.
And then you got to pay like
half that savings. They may
them
a
to
little
get
bit,
that.
they may do it a little bit more. But if the benefits could be reduced from the government, then you're going to have to lean on that a little more heavily. And so there are some solutions to look at. Okay, what are ways to generate income to end up getting the full amount that you need to enjoy the retirement you want?
You recommend so that we can prepare for retirement at 70?
So a lot of times if I'm looking for guaranteed income, I'm looking at annuities because it's similar to Social Security where it's guaranteed. So even if your bucket of money runs out, it's still going to be there. So that's one option we have. But one other thing I do want to jump in real quick, just to kind of put people's minds at ease. A lot of times when they look at raising the full retirement age, they do it to the younger generations. Right. So people who are getting close to their full retirement age, I would personally be shocked if I was 62 with the 67, retirement age and they change it to 70. That would be very shocking to me. It'll more likely be if you're in your 20s and your 30s, you're going to have to work until 70. So I like to tell people if they make changes to Social Security in the negative, there's going to be a lot of people marching on Washington with their canes because they're going to be very upset at those reduction in benefits. So
all right, so that's some things old people like Bakari can do. And I'm just joking, bro. I'm just joking. You don't have to take it personal. All right, y'all. So anyway, I'm just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about it. But I mean, I don't know if y'all have looked around. Like, it's pretty damn old right now. And then, for the most part, I'm not talking about, I'm saying for those who are unaware, you know what I'm saying, like have some kind of plan or like a strategy to be able to not only be independent and get your own stuff, if however you can, if you can, but yeah, that's just the way that their system always works, But anyway, y'all, so check this out, right? Y'all boy President Biden, right? He won't stop at a Black person home in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, check this out.
4:30, President Joe Biden is still here in Raleigh, wrapping up the tail end of his visit. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Chris Lovingood.
And I'm Lena Tillett. Okay, right behind me, this is a live shot from Falls of Noose Road, where President Biden apparently is still meeting with a family in this community on Falls of Noose Road. All of these vehicles here, that's part of the presidential motorcade. A lot of security, a lot of streets blocked off.
Now, this fool done messed up a whole neighborhood to go
family.
to one
Unclear how long he plans to stay there, but it's been about an hour now. WRAL's Matt Tallhelm, meanwhile, is waiting for the president to arrive at RDU International
facility here. We do a speech at Abbott's Creek Community Center only lasted about 20 minutes back in 2020. After that snack break, the president headed over to that house on Falls of Noose Road, as you mentioned there. Now, our camera's not allowed inside, but we did see that live shot where the president was having a kitchen table conversation with the family that lives there, looking at how his agenda has affected their lives. Back out here live,
speaking of Social Security and stuff like that, I wonder if he get a Social Security check. Oh, let me see. It's I guess a closer video of it. A young brother here and his family, and it messed up this whole neighborhood. Now they was like he bought him some catfish. I don't know if it's true or not, but he does get Social Security. I'm sure he does. His old ass. But yeah, anyway, this is not about Joe Biden, all right? This is about y'all boy here, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all boy. Oh yeah, of course this is gonna go out on this part, right? Listen to this fool here.
I mean, did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it. Appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's
this fool. Yo, you know that meme that they had with Samuel Jackson hugging Leonardo DiCaprio? That was a candidate for like closest moment to that. The sad part is that's only a candidate. You could probably debate about it, but it's full.
That's good. I just love you. No, that's good.
Welcome back to CBS Morning.
The results speak
All
for
right,
them.
so of course you already know that this fool is gonna be like bucking his eyes, but y'all, this was funny, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all boy here, then got engaged, you know what I'm saying, to that white chick, you know.
Senator that is now off the market. In a social media post over the weekend, Tim Scott announced that she said yes. Mindy, thank you for making me the luckiest man in the world. Yep, the South Carolina lawmaker yesterday says that he proposed to his girlfriend on the beach at Kiowa Island. He publicly introduced her. Her name is Mindy Noach. She is an interior designer. He introduced her at a Republican debate back in November. Since then, he has suspended his campaign and come out in support of Donald Trump. But yeah, Vote Tim Scott says Tim Scott's going to be a married man.
Yeah, look at that. Happy for him.
He probably lost.
To Kiowa Island. Obviously, it was a chilly day on the beach, and he looks very happy.
So consider matron, your boy is off the things. He done chose him a snow bunny. You know what I'm saying? So that may get him in there. I don't know how that's going to work out. And this is your boy here talking about it, I guess.
2 weeks before Christmas, I went to her parents and asked for their permission, and that started the process. I knew I wanted to do it in mid-January. I'm really excited. The date, we'll surprise you with the date. I'm sure that we'll get some coverage on that one, but I am so thankful to have found my Proverbs 18:22 and Proverbs 31 woman. 2 weeks before.
And so he done found his Proverbs 31 woman that you talked about, you know what I'm saying? He done found her, you know, so it is what it is. That's a Proverbs 31 woman there. But anyway, right? And I could have used some black people talking about it, but they added something like a clip of him talking, which was kind of crazy. But like even these white bitches, you
Tim
know,
Scott,
looking at it like,
who's 57 years old and never married, just announced that he's getting engaged. I don't mean to be a total cynic, ladies, but there's a lot of speculation. The magical announcement came just in time for him to run as Trump's VP, potentially. Like, you've gotten very cynical when you go here, but I'd be lying if I said I hadn't seen this all over X. So what do you make of it? Because Tim Scott came out not only with that, but also listen to how excited Tim Scott is to endorse Trump. This is in New Hampshire on Friday. Way more so than he ever was about his own candidacy. Listen.
We need a president who understands the American people are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
He straight used that line. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. What is?
People are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We see a president who sees Americans as one American family. We need the next president of the...
Yo, I have to show you something, because I thought this reminded me that I thought he was about to do this. I have to show you. I don't think no woman want him, and I'm not sure if he wants women. And I'm not won't be the one to say that, but I'm not sure if he wants women. But yo, that reminded me of this. I thought he was going to do what this dude did back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember this dude, but
you know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
That boy did the redneck scream. He got him a Proverbs 31 woman, y'all. I don't know why y'all ain't know that. I thought he was gonna do this. But anyway, all right, my bad, y'all, my bad. He reminded me of that, you know. But let me see. All right, so yeah, let me.
Americans is one American family. We need the next president of these United States. President Donald Trump.
Look at Donald Trump looking at him like, good boy. Look at this guy.
President Donald Trump.
Ladies.
He's high on love.
What's happening there? Is that like me, Emily?
All right, so you know, it is what it is. It's irrelevant what white bitches think. I know that y'all love them, but it's irrelevant what they think in reality. Oh yeah, since he was endorsing him, this is what your boy had. This
Another one, everybody knows him, and today it was a big story, the biggest story out there. He's engaged to be married. We never thought this was going to happen. What's going on? A very, very fine person, a man that we work so closely and I work so closely with. He was in the Senate. He's been there now a long time, and one of the most respected people in all of Washington, Senator Tim Scott, South Carolina.
All right, all right, all right. If you want 4 more years of Donald Trump, let me hear you scream.
That's good. Ain't know what to say right there.
If you want the race to be over tomorrow, let me hear you scream. All right.
We have another one.
All right. That's enough about your boy. Now I don't know how the hell Tim Scott is get the quote unquote black vote. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know, whatever. I guess that's European logic. Now this next part is kind of shaky, right? Because we're gonna see like the future of Tim Scott. Let's just pretend like it's real, you know what I'm saying? And I hesitate to do this part. And I still like debate whether I should, but freaking why not, you know? Now, check this out, right? Now, this, I don't know. She does not look. Now, she was like, now this little white girl here, right? This is going to be Tim Scott's granddaughter. How do I know? I've seen this happen before, right? So realizing my kid is going to have to show a picture of her to prove that she is mixed with black, to prove that this little white girl is black, she's going to have to show this girl here. You know what I'm saying? Now this one drop rule is getting out of hand, you know what I'm saying? And I like shit until death do us part. We're going to be all 70 years old on the job and have a heart attack and then leave our legacy to this little white kid here. You know what I'm saying? But all right, so let me play this, right? But I ain't really even want to but it proves a point though, you know what I'm saying? Because when people start making excuses for this type of stuff, it's because they have biases that's involved in it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's going on in their personal life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to put it out there like this, but you know, it is what it is, right? Because I know this one is a little questionable with the mulatto people, you know what I'm saying? But check this out, right? So this girl here is saying that she's not black, she is mixed, she's colored in the UK, I guess, you know, or South Africa or wherever the hell she's from, right? That she's colored, you know. So this is what
before we
saying.
Play this video, look just like her, literally.
Now, this brother here, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's going to be a reason why he's defending this, saying, no, you know what I'm saying? black comes in all colors, which obviously is like you need two black parents. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible for a white bitch to give birth to a black child. Like, you know, I don't see how that works. But, you know,
let's look at her for a minute. Before we play this video, before we hear her voice, anything, I'm gonna go old school for a minute. I'm gonna channel my grandma, my great grandma, my grandfathers, Pop, and everybody else in my family right now. Let me look at them features. Because you know, in Black American culture, we look at them features. That's what we do. We look at them features, and no matter what somebody say, no matter how light they are,
no matter how white they are.
So let's look at her.
Hold on. Let's look at this little king. Well, damn, I don't know. She got the thin monkey lips. The nose is not there. The whatever. I don't know. With her, I don't know. Because we're just going to ignore the European features that we see.
See the lips. Come on.
Anthony, that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I play it. Because, like, yo, I ain't gonna front. Like, I was like, yo, what the hell is you talking about on this joint, bro? I don't even know how or why I even watched this joint. But, you know.
Really? Okay. The nose. Now, how many of y'all got a cousin that look just like her? Literally. The color.
Yeah, that the cousin that messed with white girls and had children with the white girl, right? Those are the ones in y'all quote unquote family, right? Because there is a reason why they open the door, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing against mulatto people, you know what I'm saying? It's just is what it is, you know? And I'm just saying, you know, it's about the parent, really, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't think that by your grandchild, this will be the grandmama or granddaddy was probably black, you know what I'm saying? Like Wesley Snipes or something, or whoever you want to say, and that'll be your grandchildren, you know?
Features.
Yeah, what's going on, Raw?
Put a one in the chat if you got a cousin that look like that.
Yeah.
In your family here in America.
They said they was trying to whitewash Benjamin Banneker, saying his mom was of mixed race. Yeah, they're gonna do that to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
The same color, features, whatever. Because I got people in my family that's her color and even lighter, and they come from two black parents. Two black parents.
Now, when we say two black parents, are we including that mixed people as black? You know what I'm saying? Are we going by this one drop rule thing when they say two black parents? Or because I don't know. It's difficult to see how without some kind of, but this is nothing about the child, you know what I'm saying?
See, the artist today say got a cousin that's black and look just like her. Yeah. But she's so different. She's so different. And that's the still that's
so
why
he's going off before the girl.
Before I play this video, when we hear them be on that, I'm colored.
Now, why do they get so mad at this? Is the question. And my brother Anthony already astutely answered it.
But I ain't black. I'm Dominican. I ain't black. And then just don't even play the video. Just look at you. You not nothing else.
Want to let you guys know, my fellow American people, this video was not meant for you. I didn't ask for the video to go viral like that.
And by the way, okay, so colored here meant like black people, because it was like black people. And back then when they were saying colored, it was black people. It was not people of color, but colored meant black people. You know what I'm saying? And in South Africa, colored means mulatto, mixed class. Here we call them mulattoes. There they called them colored. You know what I'm saying? They are the mixed group of people. Right, and we're not even going to look historically at how that's worked out for us or anything. You know what I'm saying?
But I was speaking to my fellow South African people. We understand the term colored people here in South Africa, because in South Africa you find white people, black people, Asian people, and then you find colored people like myself. I'm a proud colored, and I was speaking to my fellow South African colored people because that's how we silk press our hair. Now, you guys just come onto my video and comment whatever the hell you want to comment, just because you don't educate.
Now that other side of her is coming out. We didn't see the black features. Now let's see the damn white features come out.
Yourself about what's happening in South Africa or what cultures we have in South Africa, thinking that the world only revolves around the US and the UK. Why don't you go and educate yourself? And I really hope that all you American people see this video and understand that in South Africa, we have colored people. It's an actual tribe here. It is an actual race. And I'm a proud.
That's what's making them. That's what's so triggering about this. And a lot of the people, when you say something about mulatto, there has like, maybe their children are mulatto, and they're like, no, my children are black, and I love black. No, you know what I'm saying? That's not actually the case. You know what I'm saying? It is, because like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Is look, God knows that you can't stand in between the black man and this white bitch, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, vice versa, and us from this white validation. And I be ran over like a bull, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, that running out of the bull is like me trying to stand in the front of that, you know? I'm just trying to let you know as what goes down and what it produces and how it affects you and eventually how it hurts you, you know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of the first black this and that was actually, you know what I'm saying, mulattoes who maybe necessarily didn't even like themselves or their black side, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say like, because I don't know the dude day in and day out life, but I'm just saying based off the accounts, like a mixed person like Chris Addicts, who was out there hanging out with them white folks, you know what I'm saying, because he didn't like his black side, or like the slave owners of South Carolina, who are, you know what I'm saying, usually of mixed descent, you know what I'm saying, because they parents is the slave owner, you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through this video one more time, and if you seeing the folks coming in
now,
here,
he's not gonna be able to go through it. So
I'm not gonna play folks. I saw one of them in here.
Here we go, yeah.
They want to keep this confusion going. You understand what I'm saying?
It's confusion.
When we pointing out the confusion and showing like the lunacy of it, and here they come, leave them alone. Don't tell them anything. Yeah, because you want to keep up the confusion with a lot of people, right? So I'm gonna get.
Now, mulattoes are mulattoes, you know what I'm saying? They have been doing their thing. And the irony is, if you was to like love your own or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that would be a whole problem that would just be eliminated off not cooning and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy we like. It's almost like the amount of, I don't even want to say that, but it's kind of true. The amount of mulattoes in the world is the equivalent to how cooning we've been talking about love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, death do us part, right?
Get to some points in this, and so I'm gonna play it again, and I'll stop at certain points.
Hey, you guys! I just thought, let me respond to this comment.
Quick, one more time, and then I'll pick up where I left off. Just give me a second.
Hitting some. Respond to
this. All right, my bad. Because he's going to address the point that y'all was talking about.
You guys know.
Oh, kind of.
Dr. Chi, let me talk about
talking about.
They are living horrible. Look, if you don't believe me, how some of them live, go look at that documentary about the Cape Flats.
Yeah, we know it.
Because that was never my experience versus any black person hair I've seen in South Africa. Black women hair I've seen here in America. Now, I will say what's different is, you don't have the hairline we have here, though. I will say that.
Oh, you can see that, but not the difference. Not the difference between a mulatto and a black woman.
I
you
guess
can see a difference in
black video
people in different areas of the world.
Whatever the hell.
When you come up here talking about how you do your hair, I'm colored. Where the colored girls at? And then people, the internet is open to everybody. So you're gonna have people in the diaspora.
I'm trying to get to the point. I should have wrote it down. Yeah, okay, yeah. So now
it's an actual tribe.
This fool
it is an actual race, and I'm a proud colored.
Okay, all right. So that's her. Now let's go to Exhibit A real quick. Who's on the screen, ladies and gentlemen? This
A damn white girl. It's a damn white girl. And by the way, he would also probably say that that baby that she had is a black baby. And that baby damn sure look like this baby here. This little white kid here. You know what I'm saying? This, look, it got thin lips, it got their nose, it got their, you know what I'm saying? Now her baby definitely looked like that baby,
This lady, and everything. Now I'm gonna say something, La Blue. Don't come here telling me how to run my stream, because I played that video more than once without me. Meghan Markle. Okay, Meghan Markle, we know, is married to Prince Harry. Prior to being with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle ran around here. She didn't say she was black. She said she was promoting mixed.
She did what? She ran around here saying, oh, I ain't black, I'm mixed. And she did what?
Matter of fact, that woman on the screen got more African features than even Meghan Markle do. Okay? About same color, just about, but definitely more defined features. Now, Meghan Markle had a nose job too, so I had to remember that. But when Meghan Markle got to the UK and got into that royal family, and after she got some good education by them good folks over there in the UK, and let her know that mixed stuff it don't fly.
Right, because if you have they understand, like if you have a drop of black blood in you, you may despise that drop of black blood, you know what I'm saying? But because like, you know what I'm saying, white whatever they are, are racist to everybody, that means that they're black too, like because they be racist to like Asians, and you know what I'm saying, that means that they're black too. Well, like, I don't know, but we're gonna get to why he's really mad about
they let her know real quick. Oh, she not running around here talking about she mixed no more like she was before. See, that's what people trying to tell you, young lady. Get yourself out of that confine of South Africa. It's more melanated than what do you say? Minute. The reason why women aren't dating you anymore, role reversal.
All right, because he'd go in on black women, by the way. That's a whole nother topic.
Grew up with single mothers, and they so
all right. I'm trying to get to the part where he
recordings just got back.
I guess I should have wrote it down, right?
With a merce, that's what y'all calling it now, a merce woman date y'all. I just don't see if they could pass. But the confusion that I know some people say, I don't care about them, like South Africans may say, Phil, well, you wasting your time. I don't care. No, the fact is, I guess
I wonder why
I have a heart for the confused.
Mulatto.
I just do.
Your children.
Because if they get out their bubble, they're going to get the experience. Or you can have like the last girl I did a video about that says Black Americans. And like, okay, if Black Americans, if we so-called got an opinion, why do y'all make videos to us?
We don't care about
you want the
other black people around the world, but we care about mulattoes around the world.
I mean, listen, God has blessed me with the perfect a way to earn a living. I remember when I was Imitation of Life. Yeah, KB. Definitely remember Imitation of Life. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Listen, no, I don't mind people wanting attention because I like to give it to you. Hell, if she want to do an interview on the show, I love to have her. I love to have her. And she basically trying to uphold the buffer class a little bit, but in current South Africa, she don't get no privilege.
That's what
no,
do.
I ain't black. I'm colored.
Yeah,
mixed, bro. And they got the same accent.
All right,
the black people, they Port Arthur, everybody know them Louis.
I'm trying to get to the part where they brought up this.
So she said at one point in time, I don't even think not today.
I listened to this though.
I'm like, oh wow. How many of y'all heard? How many of y'all was albino? And she was.
All right, they started talking about some damn albinos and everything else.
What do you do this time? Oh, just to take a poll, right?
Damn.
So as you see, as
I don't know why is that, man? Because he
and everything.
Somebody said
Than even Meghan Markle do.
Damn.
they let her know real quick. But they got it. What does that woman has to do with anything that is in my personal life or anything else? Now let me talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up. That's these new men. Let me get on the screen. I'm gonna talk about these new men for a minute so I can continue.
Yeah, I ain't no mulatto.
Where we at? Meghan Markle. We are.
Come on, he's like.
What's that? Here. Let me talk about that for a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. Do you know why a lot of you men today don't have a woman and why women not even dating?
See, I don't know why he's.
If a woman says certain things like that.
Africa.
Well, why don't you educate people, ma'am? Since you.
Damn,
you gonna be like, oh my God. Now, the white folks in Cape Town that live over there, oh, they doing good. Do you know Cape Town got a whole white people, ma'am? Since you say the internet doesn't know, you haven't educated yourself.
Damn, somebody asked him about like, oh, you got a wife.
She was before. I'm glad if they wearing dresses, supposed to be men. But that's here nor there. So,
right, so
Meghan Markle,
but
do you know that?
But anyway, they was asking that man about his wife. Y'all can go back and watch it. he was saying something. That's why I wish I could find that spot down. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, bro, you only defending this because you got a whatever the hell kind of wife he got. You know what I'm saying? And then he just started going off for like good 4 or 5 minutes about some nonsense. He didn't say nothing the whole time, but it was kind of funny. All right. Oh yeah. So speaking of South Africa, yo, you know, I have to show you this real quick, and then we're gonna get back to the regular junk so we can get out of here, right? Listen to this part here.
One for disabled, one for 10 items or less. And this literally you can put your stuff on the conveyor belt on that one. But naturally these old people in South Africa are very racist. But what you're not going to do to me is disrespect me or put your hands on me in my father's country. Absolutely not. Now, South Africans, Black South Africans that are from here may tolerate that. I'm never. And so she grabbed my stuff and threw it to the ground. So I threw all her groceries to the ground. This old lady. Now, mind you, I'm in Melrose, so it's a lot of here. And we getting into this big argument, and she's telling the cashier, if you ring her stuff up, I'm like, well, if she's not gonna ring my stuff up, she's not gonna ring your stuff up. Like, we can go tit for tat. And then she put her hands on me, and I
all right, so this is all right. So she's on. He says, like, this is where.
No, this is.
So she smacked the old white chick in South Africa, right? Now she was born in America, but her people are from South Africa, so she's back visiting South Africa. And so she was at the grocery store. She went in line, and then the white girl got mad. The old white chick got mad, so she smacked her, right? Now, I want you to hear some of the responses that they gave her.
So I came back to my hotel, and I real kiki with the hotel staff, you know, So I'm obviously in South Africa.
Okay, let's just start afresh, okay? First of all, you came to your father's country with a mindset of apartheid, which you learned from textbooks and not living in the country. You understand? I work in America, and I know the kind of respect I receive in America, not because I'm African or South African, but because in general, that's the type of respect y'all practice, which is this much.
Not because you're black or nothing.
There's a lot of things I can say about Americans where I'm like, damn, old, middle, or young, y'all don't have respect, period. You understand? It's not everyone, but it's most of you. Okay? So, old lady, fair enough. She was wrong for throwing your things on the floor. Enough. She was wrong for...
Oh, yeah. The old white chick threw all her stuff on the floor, said she smacked her, hit her first. And so the sister said, oh, yeah, well, she put her hands on me. So I hit her back hard. You know, I hit her back harder than she hit me. And so they're saying, oh, this is disrespectful. You respect your elders. in South Africa.
Hitting you first, I understand. I would feel offended too, but I would never hit an elderly. Never. When I'm in America, I understand that, you know, senior citizen gets first preference in anything and everything. They get discounts, blah, blah. Why couldn't you understand that in our country?
In America, you can definitely smack a whole white chick if you wildin' out.
She's an older lady, so you understand how a mind works. You understand? As a grown-up, which I think you are. You should understand that for her, whether you went to the 10 items or you went to whatever items, fact remains, she was ahead of you, so she should have received preference than you, right? I see no reason for you to be punching an older lady. I would never punch an older lady, American, South African or not. That you shouldn't be proud of, okay? So I tried, I'm sorry, my bitch. Country boo, grow up.
People and some Asians started getting upset.
Literally, what did you expect to happen? Did you expect her to give you like some flowers and be like, oh, I'm sorry, my bitch still. Like, bro, like this whole, like, I feel like this could have not escalated that quick if she simply just asked, hey, why did you throw my things off the conveyor belt? But no, she had to go in and full an old lady. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And the fact that this isn't even your first time where you've hit someone in South Africa as a foreigner, like, I get that you said, no, my dad is South African, blah, blah, blah. But that still doesn't give you the right to hit people. Like, because I'm full South African and I know very well not to just go around being like,
American. It's the Arab, so it's irrelevant what he's saying. But yo, I think this is one of the things why, you know, that globally, you know what I'm saying, we get spooked out here. Check out this statue. Let me see.
For Africa,
I think I'm gonna
smash this thing down.
Statue that has been put up.
This is a statue of the angel Michael. I don't know if that's before or after Proverbs, but this is a statue outside of a Catholic church on in Ghana with the white angel stepping on the quote unquote devil African, you know. I think that's some of the issue there, but yeah, I know. It seemed like a global phenomenon, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is crazy, you know. But yo, let me show y'all this, right? Okay. This weird looking statue, you know. But anyway, all right. So, and just like we was just talking about the brother earlier, you know what I'm saying? We worship this thing, and this is why we allow people with, like, as Raw put it, with two spirits in one body, because a lot of us may have this mindset, you know what I'm saying? But yo, I want to show you this right now. Speaking of like all of this stuff, and like now this adoptive quote unquote father asked the black so-called father asked the black community to help them with their baby.
Staying up with us late as well. First up tonight, a video that is now viral on social media. A TikTok user under the name Will Power has put out a call for help after he says he adopted his black daughter. Take a look.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to black
Look at
TikTok,
how he's holding
any
his
black
baby.
parents. We have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any black parents or anyone.
Now there's a gay white couple sitting here with this adopted black baby, and I don't know what the hell he doing with it, like rubbing that thing, like brush on that baby head like that. That baby looks like super newborn.
Her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any Black parents or anyone who knows what to do with Black children's hair, please help me in the comments. Thank you.
Transracial adoption is already a touchy subject for many out there, so you can imagine the criticism he received for this. Joining us to talk about it tonight, KD Lowe and his wife Amber Lowe, who have biracial children.
Oh boy! First of all, let's definitely get the fat white girl. Let's ask her first.
Tashelle Williams and Kim H., the president of the Citywide Beauticians and Barbers Association. So, Amber, first of all, your thoughts about seeing this. And we do want to give him credit for adopting or giving a child a home where someone else did not.
Right. And, you know, in the world that we live in, social media, I think especially in that generation, your first thought is go to social media and just ask everybody.
What do you think, fat white girl?
That actually could have given him a little bit more advice or did a little bit of research, but at the end of the day, the baby.
And her qualification is has black children, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I was one of y'all for a minute. Has biracial children. It's her black children. I'm sorry, you know. So I guess
a newborn.
She's qualified.
That baby's hair is probably gonna fall out anyway, and you never know.
Oh yeah, I don't know his hair gonna fall out anyway.
More advice or did a little bit of research, but at the end of the day, the baby's a newborn. That baby's hair is probably gonna fall out anyway, and you never know. My children, we have 3 children between us. 2 of our children, one child has my hair texture, one child has a mix, and one child has his. So it's just, and my nephew's the same way. So its hair is something that it's not that big of a deal in the sense that you can learn what you don't know.
All right, Kim, let's hear from you on this. First of all, your thoughts about his approach to dealing with this.
I don't have as much of an issue about him asking for help, but it sounds as though I need to go to Black TikTok or Black something to deal with hair. As a professional, we believe that hair is a type, not a facial color, or it's not a race. So there are a multitude.
Well, different races of people have different hair. I know people in their science say, well, gender is a social construct and race is a social construct. But yeah, the hair is different. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of differences, right? That we can see, even if we take all the words off the screen, all the words that we know, all the classifications, the hierarchies or any of that, I will still be able to see the difference between Kelly Rowland and Kelly Clarkson. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you take all of that away tomorrow, and their bodies will need different things. You understand? What?
Of people who have curly to straight hair, but at 3 months old, as she just talked about, there is nothing to do. And so it looked as though he's very inexperienced with the baby. It also, it just feels
But any new parent would be inexperienced, over.
Any new parent would be.
I wonder if he got a white girl somewhere, because he's defending this awful hard too. See, this is the question that we'll probably have to start asking when people be like, oh yeah, well, my nephew is mulatto, my son is mulatto, or black, as I like to call it.
Experienced, but to immediately, I need the black people to tell me what to do with the black kids' hair.
That's
not
funny.
Necessarily when he was brushing her hair straightened out. It's not anything to do. And so you could have asked anyone, really, what do you do with the 3-month-old hair? There is nothing to do.
Yeah, the question is, what do you do with hair?
All right, Tashelle, let's hear from you. Your thoughts on this.
I honestly think there's just a lack of knowledge. I mean, like everyone said, parenting first and foremost, because the baby's 3 months old. So he just wanted to be prepared, I feel like, for everything that was to come. And I don't feel like there was anything wrong with him asking, because
He's asking. All right. The way that you're brushing the child's hair, what do you do with your children's?
What he's talking about is
something. You told us you're in the trenches sometimes, taking care of that hair yourself. Your thoughts on this, and how do you deal with it?
I mean, it's simple, but what he's talking about is something different than what he really thinks he's talking about. He's talking about racial hair when he's just really saying, okay, as a 3-month-old, if he would have came and said, hey, with a 3-month-old, what do I do with this hair? It probably wouldn't have been an issue. But when he says, hey,
you understand a white dude, huh?
Black child.
Right now, you're doing your child's hair on the video we see there.
Okay.
Let's critique this and see.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's my son, and I have to, I went to YouTube University to try to see what I had to do.
All right.
Then we had to do.
Now we get all of that stuff, now with this baby, now I'm gonna play this dude here, but it is what it is. But he like dude actually got the baby on some like private stuff. I don't know if it's like legal or whatever, but he didn't go through like no adoption agency or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? What is gay white couple, you know what I'm saying? But they're people of color too, though.
I stayed up majority of the night thinking about how I would make this video. So I'm going to preface with, I'm going to do my best to be trauma informed. I'm going to do my best to be child and family centered. And I'm going to do my
so I told you what happened. Let me hurry up so I could get off of here. All right. Now this was going back to what we was talking about earlier with the voting and all of that stuff. Now these three sisters here who running for judges, you know what I'm saying? They got a new law in Texas trying to
who are running
them,
law in Texas to selectively exclude challengers of African American origin. Quote, I'm really offended by what they're doing. What is it about a Black woman that you find offensive when she runs for office? Can't the people decide? You're using a lawsuit as a campaign tool. In 2023,
all right,
court judge.
And so you see that, and also I want to show this one too, because the superintendent, you remember this young brother who got suspended because of his hair and stuff like that. And so they was like, the school superintendent took out an ad, and I know a lot of people is like mad about that, but of course we already know about what we go through with the school systems and stuff like that. But I show that to show something positive, to lead with something positive. All right. First I'm gonna play this young sister who is 16, is the youngest teacher, like professional in school and all that stuff, youngest teacher in America,
I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Anytime I tell people I'm 16, they always respond, no, you're not. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Of course my students are walking around in the hallway.
Now, if any of y'all want me to come on here and say anything about anything that I said, just say, put the link in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to go after these last ones.
I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Anytime I tell people I'm 16, they always respond, no, you're not. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Of course my students are walking around in the hallways talking about my teacher, the youngest teacher in America. Duh. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Anytime I tell someone that I'm a 16-year-old teacher, they always ask, how does parent-teacher conferences go? I'm a 16-year-old teacher. 16-year-olds can drive. I drive to work. I don't get dropped off. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Of course people are going to doubt my abilities to actually do my job. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. By the time I was 15, I obtained my 3rd degree. I'm qualified. I'm a 16-year-old teacher. Of course, whenever me and my students get done with our work collectively, we gonna kick it and have fun in my classroom. I'm a 16-year-old teacher, and I believe no age should hold back your opportunities nor potential in life.
So she's going to be working from 16 to 70, y'all. Oh, it might be 75 by the time we get to her, especially as a teacher, because, we ain't going to pay no teacher nothing, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that is the purpose of doing that. Let me put this in there, and before I show the last one. But yo, shouts out to that young sister who got 3 degrees by the age of 16 and is doing something good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, she is teaching the truth about, you know what I'm saying, us, and hopefully we'll learn that we got no friends at the end of the day, but I don't know. So let me show this last one, because I think this is positive too.
What's up, little brother?
Now, this says a black-owned school that has young black boys reading above a 4th grade level at kindergarten age.
What's up, little brother? What's up? You gonna do these vocabulary
Yeah, oh
words?
sir.
Yes. Okay. This 12.
Opulence.
7.
Dogged.
9.
Obstinate.
8.
Inexorable.
5.
Pretentious.
2.
Garish.
1.
Lofty.
10.
Intransigent.
11.
Filtration.
14.
Nephralgia.
Good. 13.
Nephrolith.
What about 4?
Opulence.
What about 6?
Stenosis.
Good. What about 3?
Ornate.
9.
Obstinate.
18.
Hypertension.
16.
Stenosis.
You know this one. That's a big boy word.
Glomerulonephritis.
Good job, little brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
So that everyone needs a plenitude of water.
Good. Keep going then.
The
First off, why is this girl breathing hard on my neck?
has been in place for a while.
Next.
Who would like their name to be slandered as opinions
Opposed.
opposed to the truth? It's my opinion that the government had a sinister operation during the pandemic.
These words are political, I see.
I'm stuck on this one.
Okay.
My
Beliefs.
My beliefs postulate that all
Now, I would have messed up on postulate. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's the long U sound?
you
U, right? So it's STU.
still
DENT.
students.
There you go. Good job.
Should
Listen. Good.
listen to their heart is.
Okay. Look at this. What's RENT?
RENT.
What sound is that?
I don't know.
Okay. What about EN? What sound does EN make?
N.
N. What about ENT?
ENT. Ends.
Ent. So what's RENT?
RENT. Rinse.
Good. And PA?
Parents.
There you go. Good job, little brother. Excellent work, man. That's how you use them sounds.
Yo.
All right.
Videos is this.
Tachycardia.
Good. A record of electrical activity of the heart.
Electrocardiogram.
Good. Enlargement within a ventricle.
Intraventricular.
Good. Pertaining to or composed of blood vessels.
Vascular.
Rapid heart rate.
Tachycardia.
Good. A record of electrical activity of the heart.
Electrocardiogram.
Good. Enlargement of the heart.
Cardiomegaly.
Instrument for recording electrical activity of the heart.
Electrocardiograph.
Okay. Breaking up of thrombus.
Thrombolysis.
Good job. Pertaining to
Alliteration.
Hold on.
Aloof.
How old are you, man?
6.
You 6? You doing the vocab words for the day? Well, go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Illusion. Alliteration. Aloof.
Good.
Altercation.
Good. Altruistic. Good. Next. You sound them up. I like that. Yes. Next.
You got to amalgamate a little too easy. I'd be like, what the hell is this word too? Ambivalence.
Is that a P?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's a G. You probably don't see that.
Oh.
But that's B-I-G. So that's what?
Big.
Good. Long U. Good job. Good job. Next.
All right, so that's good, to see, I guess. Him reminding you of rent, Yeah, but that's the thing that you do is to get in control of your children's minds. So it's good to see that every now and then, especially some brothers out there doing that, because that's what we're missing, like, Black men influence, especially on the younger generation in a positive way, and a part of that is leading by example, you know what I'm saying? And not just expecting the younger people to know everything and just do everything and solve problems that have existed since before we was born right away, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not giving them the game, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother thing, you know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? We got, I don't know how old you are, but you got till you're 70 to figure it out, I guess, if it doesn't go up more than that, or death doesn't come for you first, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out to all of y'all. Shouts out to Oni. Shouts out to Raw in the building. Shouts out to my brother Anthony in the building. Shouts out to Matron in the building. Hopefully she come back with the reading tomorrow. Shouts out to Cassidra in the building. I appreciate Cassidra for coming through. Y'all support Realm in the Bush. Shouts out to my brother Bakari. Shouts out to Erica. Shouts out to everybody, But I guess this would be the last words, until we go off. I could have got better last words, but it is what it is. Oh, first, before I do that, I'll give you the other last words.
You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
All right, but this is the last word. All right.
We must recognize that the world is a perfect place. And I've often said, though, that means you don't confuse perfection with good. I didn't say it was necessarily a good place. Perfection and goodness are not one and the same thing. You can be perfectly evil as well as perfectly good. Perfection has to do with the precision of a thing, the precision of relations, the lawfulness between a cause and an effect. It talks about then, when you talk about perfection, you're saying, surely this thing is always followed by that thing. Now, then the point I'm trying to get at here then is this. If you have hate in your heart, if you have resentment in your heart, if you have anger and fear in your heart and hostility in your heart, the law of perfection says you are going to create a world that is destructive. You cannot have these emotions in yourself and not produce a destructive kind of world. This, of course, was what Jesus was talking about when he talked about the gospel. Gospel implying what? Good news. When he talks about love thy neighbor as thyself. Greet your enemy with what? Love. Because it is love what? God before all else. Be filled with the love of God. And to be filled with God is to be filled with love. And therefore, a nation of godly people is not a nation that is racist, is not a nation that kills and destroys the earth and kills and destroys its people. You cannot have war, death, and destruction where true and righteous love exists between people. And what Christ was trying to get at then was this: if we could come to love others as we love ourselves, if we could come, and notice it says as ourselves, which means we love ourselves as well. And it is through the process of loving oneself deeply that we love other people deeply as well. Out of that then becomes a world filled with love, and the kingdom of God comes to earth itself. In a world, though, filled with hate and resentment and anger, you're going to get a world then filled with war, murder, death, suicide, robbery, rape, violence, and all the kinds of things we see so much about in the everyday news. This is one of the reasons why you know that this nation is not a Christian nation. You got people who go to church. The Christian so-called religion is the predominant religion, but the people are not filled with Christianity by any stretch of the imagination, ladies and gentlemen. If this country was a true Christian country, we wouldn't even be here talking about black men and black women love and all that kind of thing, would we? We wouldn't even be talking about our problems as a what? As a race and as a people. Because that kind of problem would not exist with people who truly love and had the love of God within them. But it is
Only is just hating because he haven't found his Proverb 31 woman yet. So that's why Oni is hating, you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to all those who have found their Proverb 31, you know what I'm saying, woman. Don't be deterred by Oni's hate, you know what I'm saying? But you heard what he says, but you know, until death brings it to an end to us, I guess we're going to keep doing it over and over again. But anyway, as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're going to keep falling for anything.